Wolf, and this is DocStar TV, and today it's BHN Power Pack Healing. And what we're talking about is Kathy and Shalou out of Ontario, Canada. They're going to be going and doing a road trip into Quebec. Now, these road trips are getting quite often and quite plentiful. And understand something, if you live in the actual route that they're traveling, or you're in this area, make sure that you call them and you book sooner than later, because they usually add on a day or two here, but they have to get back to their own clinics. Okay, so just so you know that. All right, so hi Kathy, hi Shalou.
Hi Daryl.
How you doing?
We're doing great.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is, first of all, I'm just going to talk a little bit about it. We're talking about the Cellsonic, everyone. Both Kathy and Shalou have a power pack, which is a cardio med bed and a Cellsonic. I'll give it to you in a nutshell. If you want to learn more, you can go to BHN Power Pack Healing. But understand, everyone, are you ready for this? Oh, you're going to love this. Some of you aren't. Some of you would like to throw a rotten tomato right at me. But the whole world of medical care is dysfunctional. And except if you have an emergency, a car accident or a sports injury or something like that. But the reality is it's highly dysfunctional, and people have taken it on as if it's some kind of life-saving thing. And every time we see a medical breakthrough, it's usually a breakdown. And I'm not trying to tell you not to do it. Go ahead and do it. Do whatever you want. Take the drugs. Do the surgery. The reality is that we are energy, light, electrical, magnetic beings. And this here is the most powerful energy medicine device on the planet. People will say that they have that, but this here creates a pulse that will actually shut down stage 4 inflammation, which they call cancer. I didn't say it would cure it, because understand something. Your personality created your reality, and it will shut it down. But what kind of frequency are you putting into your body on a continual basis with your personality? What kind of vibration? Do you even know that you're supposed to protect your vibration? Did you even know that you're supposed to eat foods and drink things that are high in light and frequency? And people don't even know that, do they? They haven't got a clue. They think they're eating food. Meanwhile, all the food leaves the body, and the only thing that stays behind is the frequency and the light. So when we're talking about Cellsonic, we're talking about the most powerful device that will help to decalcify your joints, help to break down calcium deposits in the kidneys, in the gallbladder, in the breasts, or anywhere else in the body. And by doing that, it creates these small little fractures in the calcium that creates calcium ions that help to carry it back. And by using things like Regeneration, and by using the Cellsonic, we're able to get the calcium back in the bones. And with the Cellsonic, it will take scar tissue and put an electrical charge in there. And guess what? The difference between scar tissue and beautiful, healthy tissue is the electricity that it has, the frequency that it has, the circulation that it has. So now combine that with Wolf Non-Surgical, and take Wolf Non-Surgical on the road, take the Cellsonic on the road, take the Perfect Day consultations on the road, which they're going to be doing, okay, because they leave as a team, okay? And understand this, that's why they're going on the road, because we don't have anybody yet in Quebec that can help to support or do these things. So we've got these girls going this way, this way, this way, this way. They're going all over the place. And if you want to benefit from this, then you'll need to get in touch with them, and they're going to share that information. But just remember, if you take the two most powerful devices in the world, and I did say that, this is way beyond an oxygen chamber, hyperbaric chamber. Okay, this is way beyond PEMF. And I'm not downing PEMF. You understand that? I'm not downing infrared red light therapy. I'm not downing any of this stuff. It's all wonderful. But when you get a device that can take a person that has impotence, Okay, and in 1 to 3 treatments reverse it, or when they've got heart disease and they're booked for surgery and the cardio med bed and they're on it for 35 to 37 hours and they've got a brand new set of arteries and they didn't need the surgery. I'd say that's pretty impressive. And when you've got a Cellsonic that can actually shut down stage 3 and 4 inflammation, actually reverse the life of scar tissue in the body and bring it back into beautiful alive tissue. You know, it's alive. Well, why do you think it's alive? Because it's electrical. And now with Wolf Non-Surgical, they pull the fibers apart using the elbow technique, and that allows the blood and lymph. This brings in the electricity, and if you can go to them, you'll have perfect circulation. If you had perfect circulation, you'd have perfect health. What do you think, girls?
Oh, yeah. It's fantastic. Actually, Daryl, this is our 3rd trip back to Montreal.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're picking up new clients all the time, but we're also treating some of the ones from before that got relief in the shoulder. And now they're like, well, I need my knee looked at, or I'm doing better, but my spouse would like to give this a try now, right? Because it works. It is fantastic. And, you know, we do get busy because people, you know, will come and they'll book us up for the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday morning before we check out, right? So if you are sitting on the fence thinking about it, it's really important that you call us right away, because, you know, I've got only maybe a couple spots left on the Friday. Saturday is pretty jam-packed, but I think late Saturday afternoon, I could possibly put some in. Kathy, you can share with them what times you have. And Sunday, again, we're doing treatments in the morning, then we check out, and we're actually even doing 2 lectures this time. So we're going to be lecturing in St. Lambert on Saturday.
I didn't hear you.
We're lecturing on Saturday.
I know, but you got to go slower with the name, and I don't know what, but let me see here. Okay, it's just a little bit glitching. Is it glitching on your side, Rafa? Okay, go ahead, Shalou.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing 2 lectures, one on Saturday in St. Lambert.
Where's St. Lambert? Isn't that north of Montreal?
Yes. Yeah. It's
Okay.
about like 45 minutes.
It's
from where we're
well,
staying.
they say it's a good half-hour drive from where we're staying in
So
Laval,
yeah.
but there is weekend construction going on, so you have to leave a lot of time for that area. Yeah.
And after the lecture, we are going to have both the Cellsonics there for people to be able to experience, you know, the powerful energy medicine. And so we're excited about that.
So you're going to have the Cellsonics at the 2 lectures. One's in St. Lambert on Saturday. What time and where?
So St. Lambert at the Center for Conscious Development, and we can pop in the address in the comments.
I know, but I'd like, and then what time?
From 11 to 1.
On Saturday.
On
And then you have another one?
And then we have another one, and this is just developed today because we got an invitation from people that we saw that when we were in Montreal last time. They've reached out and said, can you come and talk to our friends? And it's just developed into a lecture environment they want us to come to. And it's in Laval on Industrial Boulevard, or Boulevard Industrial. And we can put that up in the comments as well for later on. And that's going to be on the Sunday from 11:30 till 1:30.
Okay, very good. Now I'd like you both to give your phone numbers, because we're going to need to do that maybe 2 or 3 times during the show. Okay, give your phone number, Shalou, and then Kathy. So
I'm Shalou. You can call me at 705-828-2257. You can also email me at shalou@lotuslife.health. And please check out my website, lotuslife.health. I'd love for you to check it out and let me know what you think, because, you know, it's out there, it's up there, and it's exciting. Honestly, it's been such a journey to be able to help people just feel better. And we're looking forward to this road trip, because it's always a blast going to Montreal.
It's such a learning curve, not just for us, but for the people that we see too. It's mind blowing how they come in and they walk out, and there's such relief that is found. And just come and check it out, and or give us a call if you're even doubting, oh, they can't help me with this. Well, you just never know. We've got a lot of things up our sleeves that we can work through, many different modalities. And we're traveling with the big powerful machine here. So the big guns. So I'm Kathy. I can be reached at 705-715-8716. You can check out my brand new website. I'm so proud of it. And Gaston did a beautiful job at advancedhealing.ca. And we hope to have more information on our own information and all these comments too. You can reach out on my Facebook page at Advanced Healing. I've got a Facebook page called Advanced Healing, so there'll be information on there as well. So
yeah, make sure, girls, that you go and answer all the questions after the show. So anybody has personal questions for Kathy or for Shalou, make sure that you just put them in there and they'll answer them for you, won't you?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so whether you've seen this before, you know, repetition's the key. Here's the deal. We give a money-back guarantee by all our practitioners worldwide that the first treatment you get from us with Wolf Non-Surgical is going to surpass everything else you've ever done. Most of you, if you really don't want the cane, if you don't want the walker, if you don't want the wheelchair, if you don't want the Depends, if you don't want to be, well, you're doing good for your age, if you don't want the limp, if you don't want the waddle, if you don't want the fat, because most people don't understand, you're creating the fat because you need somewhere to store the infection and inflammation. It's not your fault. None of this is your fault. It's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. Okay? You're getting the most lovely, beautiful women to help you. And just know this, I do this to help my practitioners. I don't make one penny from this. Okay? What we want to do and understand, these two people here, Shalou and Kathy, you know what? They've got the biggest hearts in the world, and they're on track. They've got strategies that are life-changing. And understand something. Our treatments are the most powerful, but if you actually want to get trained by them, okay, just understand this. Okay, they're going to teach you to go from a patient to a practitioner, okay, from a victim to a hero. How would you like to think differently, drink differently, eat differently, have enough power to stand up for yourself that your family cannot embarrass you because you're different? And understand, if you want to be well, you're going to have to be different. And if you want to be well, you're going to have to be poked at, because that's the way it is. When you break away from the herd, they come after you, but only for a while until they know it's not going to work. And understand something, if you don't know to love and care for yourself, it's not going to go good. So why don't we talk about some of the things that happened when you're on the road trip, the other two road trips to Quebec. So let's try to just keep it there. Let's relate to, you know, maybe just one or two people you worked on, and yeah, let's talk about that. Okay.
So actually, Joel, if I could, I'd like to share what happened this weekend. I actually had a lady drive up from New Jersey to Barrie.
Okay.
She had broken her knee, her leg, like right at the knee where it joins, 6 months ago. And she refused to get surgery because when she looked into what they were going to do in the surgery, she's like, no, anything that I'm seeing of the benefits I'm going to get, there's way too much negative things that would happen. She refused the surgery. And I am so excited because she sent me the pictures of her MRIs month after month after month. And you can literally see the bone heal. But she's still in so much pain because of the scar tissue, and she's not used those muscles for months. So she's like, I need to come see you to get the scar tissue, you know, dealt with and get the Cellsonic. So she came on Saturday and we did the non-surgical and the Cellsonic, and I put her on the cardio bed.
Bam.
And it was amazing. Like, she's like, oh my God, like she just felt, she goes, it feels so much lighter and she could move faster. But I told her, I said, for 6 months, your brain is saying, don't put any weight on that leg. So I literally had to show her how to walk a little differently. And she goes, oh yeah, that's how they told me.
How to trust, because if I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm going to tell you something. This is everybody. So they've been limping, holding the arm a certain way, okay, holding their neck a certain way. We'll go in and work on them, and they'll go, oh my God, it's gone, or it feels so much better. And then 2 minutes later, they're like this and going, Are you feeling pain? No. Everything, we have been programmed, everybody, we have been programmed, okay, to serve, okay, the few. Do you understand? We're getting sold off by the pound. Now you need to program to serve you. Shalou?
Yeah, so, you know, it was amazing. She left on the Saturday and then came back on the Sunday. And this time, because the area around the knee and that we had worked on was a little tender, but she also had issues with her hips. So I said, look, we really need to clean up the sacrum and the SI joints and work on the hip. And so as I'm working in that area, I'm like, okay, there's something here, like there's an emotional block that, and then she tells me she'd had a hysterectomy as well. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Like there's an emotional block that caused all of that domino effect. So I said, are you, you know, were you sexually abused or did you just have a really rough childhood? And sure enough, she said that, you know, her father used to beat her. And I said, well, you got to let it go. You've got to just release it, because just know that he did the best with what he knew. Like if he thought it was okay to do that to you, you can only imagine what he might have gone through, right?
Yes.
So anyway, we had that little bit of conversation about all of that. And because of how it was, I did the Cellsonic and then went back in with a little bit of the non-surgical. And about 5 minutes after, she's like, you know, because of course she's having her emotional release. She was crying and then we were laughing. And then, you know, all of a sudden she goes, oh my God. She goes, I have not been able to take a deep breath. She goes, I used to only do shallow breathing because I guess as a child, she never knew when the next was coming. So she would just, you know, be afraid all the time. And she goes, all of a sudden I can take a deep breath. And I never touched her lungs. Never was anywhere near her lungs. We were just in the hip area, but just her releasing that emotion, right? And sort of just letting go. And that's what, you know, I always tell people, like, the garbage man is there, but he can't pick up what you don't put out there. So we got to choose to pack it up and just put it out there. Let it go. It was such a beautiful experience to watch and, you know, and do. And as you said, you know, Daryl, like it's all the emotional stuff that we hold on to that even creates all the physical issues that show up. So, you know, I've been working and I'm doing a healing circle on March 15th, 16th, and 17th. And I'm so excited because I think there might only be 2 spots left. I'm not doing it big. I'm just keeping it to 10, 12 people max. So, you know, if you really want to get that healing journey started, you got to deal with the emotions. You got to get to the root of what caused the blockage in the first place. So whether it be through the mind mapping, whether it be through, you know, just speaking it out loud, whatever, you got to find different ways. And if you're looking for, you know, a space where you can maybe come together with people and are interested in the healing circle, then give me a call. You can reach me at 705-828-2257 and let's talk, because, you know, to watch people let go of those emotional issues and then just how much quicker the healing happens. It's such a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Beautiful. Let's take it back just a little bit. So everybody, you need to get this. It's called pinball. The emotional affects the physical. The physical will affect the emotional. So she worked on the physical, okay? She didn't work on her emotionally, but she was able to get rid of the physical block that was actually causing her not to take a deep breath. Now, why can't you take a deep breath? Because when she was a little child, she hid under the tree and she held her breath, okay? Because she was terrorized, she was traumatized. And here's the deal. If you do a belief long enough and strong enough, it goes on autopilot. Now, how old is she? Okay, let's say she's 40. Let's say she's 50. And she's still, what?
In her 50s.
So she's running a program in her 50s that she might have got when she was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that program is in the subconscious, so it runs on its own. It doesn't need any help. People that maybe look like her father, smell like her father, talk like her father will help to feed the program without her even knowing it. Okay, so to bring the program to the surface, okay, and actually relate to it. Now, look at, now that we know that she's breathing, will Shalou or will she do enough work on her own to actually create the new belief system that it doesn't fall back into the other one? Yeah. The subconscious will actually protect any belief system that's prominent, dominant, even if it's killing you, even if it's killing your family. Okay, so understand something. No, this is not as good as it gets. My life is not as good as it gets. Okay, listen to me. You're never going to get there. Okay, but you need to find and work to find your authentic self. And once you do that, then you know that it's unlimited everything. Everything is unlimited on this planet. And that's what they want to keep from us. But here's the deal, okay? So Shalou could work with the lady just emotionally. Oh my, there's a psycho. Okay, so here's the deal. Go to a psychotherapist, go to a psychologist, go to a psychiatrist, and they all get the same book. And this book, $14 million was given by Big Pharma to write the manual that every psychiatrist, every psychologist uses, and every mental therapist, health therapist uses, the same one. And they were all, $14 million was given to the 20 people that wrote the manual that they use in school and in their practice. So understand something. People are emotionally out of balance. They'll be there forever until they buy into the self-care and self-love. Listen to me, I'm going to tell you something. These two ladies are going to give you more for free, okay, in the lecture and in coming to see them in that day than in correct information that will be self-empowering than you probably got in your whole life. And I know that's a big statement, but we prove it. So understand this. If you can get rid of the physical block, you allow the frequency and the energy to flow, and that creates the freedom. And I'm going to tell you something. You have to work with people usually physically first because they don't want you to touch their emotions. And that's the subconscious, which is 90% of the brain, protecting the person when it's actually harming them. And the reality is this, you know, like I told you before, 1 out of 1,000 people nail this. 1 out of 10,000 people really know what ascension is on this planet. And you can't have it if you're going to go down the same road as the majority in any way at all. Kathy?
Well, as it would happen, last week there was a live and I had someone reach out to me privately, and we were able to make it happen where we traveled again this weekend to people that were reaching out for help. And we were able to go to their town and help 2 sisters and another family member. And we helped out with different modalities, with not just the Cellsonic, which we were traveling with, but also the non-surgical. They needed the non-surgical to open up all the blood circulating so that the Cellsonic could come in and do a deeper healing. Because I don't know when we're going to be back. Well, actually, we are going to go back because it's on the way to Ottawa. So we're going to see them actually on the way back, not Ottawa, Montreal. We're going to go through that area. But I can't believe the response that we're getting today, or even late last night, that we helped out so much, because one of the people, they had no range of motion in their shoulder, actually both of them. So it was uncanny the way it happened. So I opened up the scapula, the short, narrow here opening between the rotator cuff and the bone structure, all the way back to the scapula. You know, I got the message back between the non-surgical and the Cellsonic. There's full range of motion, and she can put her coat on now, no problem. There's another issue where there was trauma years and years ago. So this one woman, she has a prosthetic, and I was helping with phantom pain. And there was a lot of non-surgical to open up the area again. And I think that a lot of relief was felt there too, with the Cellsonic and opening up with the non-surgical. It goes hand in hand. to open it up. So there may be other Cellsonics out there, and it's a beautiful healing tool. It's just different with the non-surgical that you do to open up that circulation first. It's mind-boggling. Then all the education about diet and getting the hydration in there. It really helped with another family member that came that had frozen hands from years ago. And every so often, there's no feeling in the hands. Opening it up with non-surgical first and a few pulses on each arm. What was relayed back was the fact that there was a detox going on. And they were a little bit alarmed, but I said, that's not something to be alarmed about, because your body is finally saying, oh my goodness, the hydration's coming in, the circulation is coming in. But what we're going to take back again this weekend is the Avicen. I did pack the Avicen. I just forgot the power cord. So I'm going to go back with the Avicen and do that with his hands the next time. So that's going to be on the way back from Montreal this next time. So on Sunday, we do have a commitment to go back into that area on the way home. The Sunday?
What area?
Williamsburg, I believe it is. We're going to be in Williamsburg that night. And I think what we're going to have to do is stay in a hotel somewhere, because it's going to be a late night on the travel home.
So if anyone's in that area
Yeah.
and wants to call Kathy, she'll be there Monday morning.
Yeah, so we're traveling to the Montreal Laval area on the Friday, this coming Friday, March 1st. Treating, I guess, on Friday night along the way. Saturday is going to be, I have an appointment in the morning, and then we have to get out to the lecture in St. Lambert for that afternoon, and then treatments again in the afternoon, but there's still a little bit of availability Saturday evening. Sunday morning again, up and out to the lecture there in Laval, and then packing up because we have to leave our Airbnb, but leaving for Williamsburg for us anyway. So if you have any issues, you want to reach out and see if there's anything we can do along the way, or we'll put the information in the comments about where these lectures are. Come to the lectures, and we'll have the Cellsonics there. I'll take the Avicen. I don't know if you had a plan for your Avicen too, but we'll load up with what's needed. Reach out, let us know. We'll bring whatever machinery is needed too. So that's yeah, that
First, second, and third of
first, second, and
March.
third of March. You can reach me at 705-715-8716. My website is advancedhealing.ca. If you would like to email, my email address is info@advancedhealing.ca. So,
And also, I mean, we're going to Montreal, but if you're in any part of Ontario and you would like us to come, you know, you've got a few people together, give us a call, because we'll make a plan. I know someone reached out from Manitoulin Island saying, come here next, right?
Mhm.
So we'll start planning now, because we need to plan up ahead, right? 6 to 8 weeks ahead. So give us a call. And if you want us in your area, you know, get the word out there, see how many people you can get together. Definitely we'll come down. And if you're the one hosting, that if we're coming to your place or to your town because of you, then we actually, you know, reward you for getting us there. So
it's worth the
it.
call.
Yeah.
See what we can do. And word gets out too, because on the way home, there was another treatment that we stopped in to do. And there was a few people lined up for treatment. So that was just on the way home. What we did was we gifted back to the host a percentage to help them out and say thank you very much for bringing everyone together, because it cuts out on the time when we were able to treat more.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a huge advantage to that too, and you learn from each of the sessions that you do. The participants too.
Yes.
It's a great experience. I got to tell you, I love these road trips. You meet so many wonderful people along the way, and just seeing the relief that you're giving them when they didn't think there was any possibility of relief out there.
Also, you know, the reason we go to Montreal is because I get a lot of calls from Montreal. And so, you know, a lot of times people don't know these therapies because they're new to us, right? Like the world did not know these things existed. They only knew the medical way. So people are a little hesitant to come travel, then they got to pay for hotels, then they got to, you know, they're eating out the whole time, and they got to pay for the sessions. So the reason we started doing the road trips is so that we can go there, they can get a little taste of what relief they can have. So they are more confident in then coming, making the trip to the clinic, because obviously we can't take everything from here. And that whole power pack of getting the Cellsonic and then hopping onto the cardio bed, it's huge. It is that combination. It's called the power pack for a reason, right? You just get so much more when you do the two together. So basically, this is kind of like a little appetizer for people to go, oh my God, I can be pain-free. And then getting them to come and actually take the time for themselves to really get the healing done right to the core.
A lot of repetition too. You have repeat customers a lot this time too, right? Yeah.
Well, because once you get, you know, it's like, which baby are you going to attend to? The one that's screaming the loudest. So you may be thinking, oh, my knee is the problem. But once the knee gets healed, you go, oh my God, my shoulder's really, I remember when I used to do sports, I, you know, hurt my shoulder or whatever. So, you know, one by one, and then when you can experience the bliss of not being in pain, then you go, you know, I want to be there. That's where I want to live, right?
And then here, it's impossible to pack up the cardio bed. It's too heavy. There's no way. There's no way. You need a whole moving team to do that. But the idea is now they know it's here, that they can come here, whether you spend a day or two. You can get inexpensive Airbnbs around the area here too. But there's 2 cardiac beds in Barrie. There's 2 Cellsonics in Barrie. Well, there's 1 power pack in Toronto too. So, you know, it's all in this GTA area. Come see us. We can help you out here too.
Thank you, ladies. How would you like to, and what would you like to leave everybody with?
Pain-free living, it's a choice. Honestly, and to me, I would choose that all the time. Myself, I know the difference in my body from like 4 years ago when I started this journey to now. I am more, oh my God, nothing hurts anymore. It used to before. I'd get up in the morning and walk like as I was walking on eggshells because my feet used to just kill me. And it wasn't until I'd get in the shower and get the blood moving with the hot water that it was like, okay, now I can move. Like it's a whole different, it's a lifestyle change. And honestly, it starts with committing to putting yourself first, to honoring yourself, to loving yourself and saying, I deserve better. So if that's the lifestyle you want, then it's really important that you pick up that phone and call us, right? Let's just talk. Let's see where you're at. Let's draw the roadmap to where you want to be. And then we can make the suggestions of this is the fastest route, or if you want to take the scenic route, we can go this way. But we'll get you there, whatever way you want to go, whatever speed you want to travel at, right? So again, I'm Shalou. You can call me at 705-828-2257. And you can email me, shalou@lotuslife.health. Check out my website, lotuslife.health. And you can also find me on Facebook, Lotus Life Health, and or just Shalou Prasad, either way.
And that's beautiful. And you hit it right on the head there when you said you've lived it, you've gone through it, you've seen the changes in your life, even in your family's life, your household life, because we've done this journey and we're not done. It's still a working process. We're working through it, but because we've seen results, we've seen how far we can take this and beyond. Myself, in my situation, I'm down the weight that I needed to get off. I've got a little bit more personally that I would like to get off, but I know I can do it because I've done it. I've done the detox. I'm still working through the detox. And when you're living this, you're experiencing it firsthand. You've got the expertise that you can go to fellow practitioners. You can reach out to Daryl anytime. There's just a multitude of ways that you can help yourself on this journey, and let us help you too. Because there's sometimes people have gone through the same journey and you think you're alone, but we can work it through. And it's just a wonderful journey to be on, because when you see what's at the other end, I'm walking around much lighter, and this coconut is still getting cracked. Every day is a learning experience. You just got to keep that education, that repetition. It's just got to keep in the forefront. let us see what we can do for you and bring these healing mechanisms to your neighborhood and see how we can help you. I'm Kathy, and you can reach me at 705-715-8716. You can check out my website. There's full explanation there on the energy medicine machines that we have at advancedhealing.ca. Or you can email me at info@advancedhealing.ca, or my Facebook page, Advanced Healing. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And everybody, think of the questions you might have, because Shalou and Kathy will be back on Thursday. So if you've got questions for them, we'll be back on Thursday one more time, because that's what we do. We are Braveheart Nation, and we support each other to help to support you guys and to give you the life that you deserve. And it takes a lot. It takes a lot. We need to come together as a family, and I mean that in all ways. This is why we got the library for you, Doc of Detox Library. This is why we're coming out with the Braveheart Nation app. We've got practitioners all over the world, okay? So make sure that if you're in the Quebec area, really take the time to go out to the lectures. And I want to thank you ladies for coming on, and we'll see you on Thursday.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Daryl.
Have a
Looking
beautiful
forward to
day.
seeing everybody.
Thank you for everything that you do. And I mean that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So anyways, I also want to talk about what we're doing, and that's this, is that we've reopened up Extapa World Healing and Training Center. We have the most beautiful spot, and we already have a couple of families booked. We have 3 couples booked. We have a caretaker, and also coming to learn the non-surgical, and bringing the caretakers coming with the individual that they're looking after, and they're going to come and learn the non-surgical. You got to understand that when a person needs a caretaker, they're so crippled up emotionally and physically from the drugs and from the incorrect therapies. And understand something, guys, and I mean this in the best way, but there are no diseases. There are only diseases if you believe in the belief of them. And understand this, people that actually love and know how to love and care for themselves don't have a disease. They don't have symptoms. They'll have messages of love from their body, which is a GPS telling them they're out of alignment. But, you know, the reality is that very few people understand that, and people have been taught to disrespect themselves. And so when I was here 2.5 years ago, I opened up the Extapa World Healing, but we would have sometimes up to 100 to 200 people. That's how many rooms were in this place. And I got to tell you, Dr. Sage Wolf and myself and a couple of the other master trainers, we are going to be doing and seeing no more than 8 to 12 people at a time. And it's going to be kept that way. And it's going to be about more really focused on the training, not the treating. Really focused on, you know, you don't have to be a patient. You can become your own practitioner. You're not a victim. You're only a victim when you buy into the BS, okay, of all the systems out there that feed off of you. And these systems will feed off of people till the end of time. So just know that. Nobody's coming to change it, because the medical system isn't broken. It's working quite fine, actually, to do what it's been built to do. Just like the government is working quite fine, built what it's to do. So don't get upset with it. Don't get emotional about it. Just mind your own business. And what if you were to do that and pour all that energy into yourself, and you became your own practitioner? That if you knew that this happened, you did this. If you knew that this emotion created this physical problem. If you knew that it was time to do a vaginal infusion or ultimate coffee enema, or you knew that, you know, you usually can get away with this much, but you did this much, and that's why you blew your head off. Okay, there's one thing to play around with it, and there's another thing to understand that the majority of the population is killing themselves. And when I say this, you can say I'm a drama king and that I'm traumatizing and dramatizing it, but I'm not. It's true. I mean, take a look. You can't have 86 to 92% of the population with an autoimmune disease, and that's the body attacking itself, unless you're attacking yourself first and foremost. And that's the deal. And like I said, I'm going to come back to it again. There are no diseases. When people come to us for a personal treatment and training here in Mexico, they leave with all the answers, okay? And the answers they don't have, they get unlimited calling and support from Dr. Sage Wolf and myself. They also, everybody can have this, everybody gets this guide free when they come, the Perfect Day Guide. And if you don't want to come and see us, if you don't want to spend any money, and because you just don't have a lot of value to yourself, and that's true. People that don't spend any money don't have any value. And that's the God's truth. So look at the Ultimate Healing Guide. Okay, can you put it back up? And look at the Ultimate Healing Guide. Go to pdgfree.com. And guess what? That's not going to cost you anything. Go through it and tell me if that is not the most explosive self-action, self-care book you've ever seen in your life that has everything you need to do to have that perfect day from the moment you rise until you close your eyes. And if you love it, you can order it, and we sell it to you for $75 delivered to the door. To actually print that book would cost you around $125 to $225. We've priced it out, okay? And or at least gift people. pdgfree.com. Send that to everyone you love. All they got to do is delete it or pull it up and go, wow. And when they read the first chapter about the way the world really works and what's really going on, I promise you, I will wake them up. Or when they read about the parasite party, or when they read about reverse the irreversible, understand there's so much in there. But check us out for our healings, and it's dod5star.com. And here's all the trainings that we do, all the way to couples treatment and training, Wolf non-surgical training, Wolf's non-surgical certification, athletic Wolf non-surgical certification, pain-free pelvic restoration. These are all trainings now, okay? Pain-free pelvic restoration and Wolf non-surgical training, and then just the pain-free pregnancy, and then personalized healing and relaxation getaway. That's where you just come for treatment. That's where you come to be pampered. I don't really want to learn anything. I just want to chill out. I just want to be able to get on the electric bike and go to the beach. I just want to eat the best meals. I just want to be able to really just spend some time with myself and get to know myself. We have a beautiful big 3-bedroom retreat, and it's got all the energy medicine in it, and it's got a beautiful pool, and it's got everything that you need. So you can check that out at dod5star.com. And if you can't come to us, Dr. Sage Wolf will come to you anywhere in the world. He'll either just do a personal treatment and training, or he will do a certification. He'll come to your clinic or come to your home, okay? And he's right now in Melbourne doing a Wolf non-surgical, but the next one that we're going to be doing a whole life coach, Wolf non-surgical, pelvic restoration, is Stewart, Florida, June the 5th. And then we go to Coffs Harbour, Australia, okay, where we will be doing the New World Practitioner again, the whole life coach training, which is 9 days, the Wolf non-surgical, which is 12, and then the pelvic restoration for women is a 3-day course. And then we come here to Ixtapa, Mexico, right here, okay? And when you come to this one, I mean, we are going to do everything we can everywhere for you. But when you come to this one, you're going to have the best organic juices, the best organic meals, okay? You're going to have so many more because this is my home. This is where I live. And we are going to create the most red carpet experience for all our courses and all our personal treatment and trainings. I'm going to outdo everything that I know out there, and I'm going to make it at a price that people go, oh my God, seriously? Seriously? Yeah, because we can. Because I am abundant. And I don't do this to see how much money I can get. And God, I just got to get more money. No, we don't. All we got to do is put smiles on 1 billion people's faces. And I'll tell you something, the universe will provide for us more than what we need. And that's the God's truth. Because I am worth everything. And guess what? I don't hold anything back from myself. No chokeholds. I deserve everything. Everything beautiful. But it's the thing is I'm not talking about materialistic things, guys, at all. Okay? They'll come. But the reality is the answers are inside, not outside. So after you get tired of getting beat up, then you're going to have to head inside, because that's where it is, that God spot in your heart. Why don't you find it? Okay? Anyways, we're also going to be doing Greece. It's not on here anymore because I had to take it off until we have it confirmed. But Greece will actually be in September, right here, right in between. So I'll mention it, but it's not happening yet. As you can see, we've got all the people to get in touch with. In Stuart, Florida, you'll be getting in touch with Debbie. We got to get that phone number changed, okay? And I will, next time we come here, it'll be Debbie in Stuart, Florida. And Debbie has a Cellsonic there, and she's teamed up with Dina, and they're in Stuart, Florida. And then we've got Kimberly just in Bonita, not too far away, okay? And then Coffs Harbour, Australia's Tora Klein. She's got 2 CardioMed beds and a Cellsonic. And she's got a retreat way up in the mountains. And then she's got one in Coffs Harbour. And you can call her about the Australia course that we're doing there. We'll be there for 6 weeks. And then we'll be in Rhodes, Greece. We don't have it nailed yet, but you can call Perry. And why don't you just put a fire under his butt? We're coming for you, Perry. Okay, and Extapa, you can call me. Okay? And I'm not really sure why somebody put that there, but you want to call extension 5 if you call the 800 number, or call me at 469-861-8884. I'll get that slide changed in a jiffy. Okay, and here's the prices. We brought all our prices down by up to 35%, because guess what? As they're doing inflation, we're going to go deflation. We'd rather make less and keep on coming to see you to free you. And I truly mean that, okay? And there's the perfect day guide. We talked about it. I will be back on here tomorrow, okay, at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for all your questions. So bring them on, okay? Bring them on, all right? And this is for all the practitioners out there. How would you like to be protected, no matter where you are in the world, against any local, provincial, state, national, international government that can't tell you that you can't touch somebody, you can't consult somebody, okay? Check out, go to, it should be here, let me see. Nope, I'll get that done too. You want to go to, well, here it is, practitionerprotection.com. I don't know anybody else that has this. Get adopted by the Taino tribe, and while you're at it, get your doctorate of indigenous medicine. If you have questions, please call me, okay? All right? And then the Braveheart Nation app, we talked about it. This is to unite the world. It really is, okay? It's being made in India, and do you know what they call it? They call it the Beast. They say it's the most powerful health app they've ever created, and we hired the best team we could out of India, okay? And it's all about self-care, and it's all about self-love. And if you don't get that, then just buckle up, because it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride. And for those of you who are still calling about the iodine, the sale was over last night, but we will honor it for today. But right now what we have is we have our crystal sale. Okay, go to Life Crystals on our website. These are all radionics. These will, even the Bodyguard will protect you 20 feet out this way, 20 feet that way, 20 feet this way, 20 feet this way, from 5G or 4G or 3G or any part of the Wi-Fi or cell phones. And all of the Doc of Detox nutraceutical vibrations are put into these crystals. When you get it and you wear it, you'll see it, and they're absolutely beautiful. And then this one here is called a protector. This is for homes. You put it in the center of your home. It comes in red, it comes in purple, and it comes in green, okay? And, you know, people will put them in their cars, especially because of the Wi-Fi in the car and all the other electronics. You can do that, or in their office. And then this here, this is called actually a Defender. This is good enough for a 50-acre building. Do you know how big that is? A church, a school, a hospital, okay? And then this one's called a Guardian, and you put this one in your garden, okay? And it's also good for all your animals. And it'll do, again, it'll do 50 acres, all right? And these smaller ones are for children. They can wear them around their neck. Some mothers will get them for the babies and put them around their ankle, or put them on the crib, okay? Some people put them on their pets, around the neck of the pets, to protect their pets, all right? So this is called our Life Crystals. You buy one, it's 30%. Buy two, it's 40%. Buy three, it's 50% off, okay? enjoy it. It'll be on until next Sunday night, okay? And in closing, if you want to learn to fly, you got to first love yourself and understand something. You selfish little prick, you. Really? Whoa, Daryl, did you just say that? Well, that's what they tried to make us feel like every time we try to love ourselves, didn't they? Didn't they call that we're self-centered? Oh, look at the ego you have. First of all, you can't kill an ego. It doesn't exist. And the people that you think have an ego, they're just overshooting on their personality because they don't lack confidence. There's no such thing as an ego. I just love all these people who say you got to kill your ego. Really? You don't need to kill anything. What you need to do, you need to focus on beliefs that are going to empower you to have unlimited potential in your life. And you will have limited potential as long as you have chokeholds, as long as you put yourself on a hook, okay, or you allow anybody else to do that. Don't do it, okay? Listen to me. Together we are stronger. I don't care what your beliefs are. We're going to love you anyway. I don't need your beliefs to match mine. I'm going to love you anyway. Whatever your religious beliefs are, whatever your habits are, whatever, it doesn't matter. Remember something, when it's all said and done and we believe all the stories that were created, we all have the same creator. And that's the end of the story. Okay? If you want to get in touch with me, my phone number is 469-861-8884. If you want to do it on the 800 number, it's 855-900-4544 extension 5. And these are just our websites if you want to go to them and check them out. And I want to thank you for coming on today. And just know this, wear that slight smile, okay? And know that that which created the universe has always loved you. 3, 2, 1. You've got this, Braveheart.